Hey everybody, this is Mr. Funches. Today we're going to work on making an email template using or in Microsoft Outlook. I will preface this by saying that I'm using the desktop version or desktop application of Microsoft Outlook. I know some people use the web-based version. I'm not sure that some of these features will be available in the web-based version. But if you're using the desktop version, then stay tuned. As an educator, we send out a lot of emails. This is going to show you how to make a template to save you some time of having to type all those emails over and over again. So let's get into it. All right, so here I have my Outlook open. Pretty much just generic what's going on. So what you're going to want to do to create your email template, you first want to come up and create a new email. Now you have this nice message here. I'm going to make this big. So now you have the new message. Okay. What you're going to really do is pretty much create the message of the email and save it. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to do is make a template. So I'm going to show you how you can make a template or pretty much make a form. If you're familiar with Word, you're making forms. Pretty much make a form where you just sort of plug in certain things. In this case here with being in education, I just need student names and whatever other information I'm looking for to plug in. So let's look at that. Okay, so here we are. I have a document pulled up that I'm wanting to create my template from. I'm going to make template emails for my tardies. I send out emails for students that are tardy. So I'm going to look at the third tardy email here. So here is the email here that I've inherited, so to speak. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I want to ignore that. The date is always going to change. So what I want to do here is I want to make sure I'm using my developer tab. Right up here is developer tab. Wait, you don't have that showing? Well, how did I get it and you didn't? So let's go ahead and look into that so we can all be on the same page. So look up how to add your developer tab and I'll wait. You got it yet? Okay, I'll tell you how to get it done. So to get this tab up here, if you don't have it already, you're going to go to the file. You're going to come down to options. Okay, so file options, and then you want to click on custom ribbon, because what this is called up here is a ribbon. And for me, I have the developer tab clicked, which is why it's on. If I unclick it, let's just take a peek. Click OK. It goes away. My developer tab has now left me. So I need that for what I'm about to do. So once again, go to File, Options, Custom Ribbon, and I want to turn that back on and click OK. Now my developer tab is back there. I click on that. So if you use forms in the older version of Word, I'm using Word 16. So if you have an older version, it might have been called Forms or Editor or something like that. It's now called Developer. So what I want to do here is, for this, I already created a date box. So I'm going to show you how that's done. So I'm going to delete what I currently have. I'm going to delete the box. So here I'm going to want to input a date. So what I'll do is add in a calendar. So up here are the different form functions you can add in, or what they call controls. So I want to add in a date picker. I click that, put in date. Okay. I actually may want to give it a title. So I'm going to go to properties. The title will say today's date. How do I want my date to be formatted? I'm good with month, day, and year. So you have different formats you can choose if you so desire. I'm going to go with that. Today's date. Now, do I want this to be bolded when I enter in the date? I think so. I think it might be important. So I will click the actual control itself You can do Control B or go to Home, click Bold, and it should be bolded when you enter in the date. All right. So that's the date for that. The default text is click or tap to enter date, and that's there. The next thing is student's name. So I'm going to once again delete what's there and show you how to put that in. So I'm going back to developer. There's two options. There is the rich text control, and then there is the plain text. I'm going to put in the plain text. And I'll explain this at the end why I did the plain text over the rich text. So we have that in. I'm going to give it a property. I'm going to call it student name. And I also want this bolded, so I'm going to hit Control B, not find, Control B to bold that as well. And then here, I want to enter a text box for tardy dates. So I'm going to delete the one I have to show you once again how to create it. I'm going to delete, and once again, a rich text, plain text box. Make sure there's a space. All right, and I want to call this tardy dates. All right, and I want this to be bold as well. Control B. So I have now finished the message for my email. And once again, your message can be different, but you can see what different things you can put in. So I'm going to copy, Control C. You can right click on the mouse, copy, and then you go back to the actual email message we had open, which is here. So you go up here and you want to paste. I like to begin my emails with, good morning, good afternoon. Usually I will send these emails out in the afternoon, so I'm going to say good afternoon. All right. This will be, what I'm going to call this is for the third tardy. So you want to give it a subject as well. Now my template is pretty much done. So what do I do with it? I must save it. So we go up here to File. I'm going to save as. Save it as a template. I've already got one there. I'm just going to pretty much just replace it with what I just did. Save. Yes, I want to replace. Yours will be new. And I'm done. So I now will close out this email. I do not want to save any changes because I'm not sending this out. And that's pretty much it. Now to test this, what do you want to do? How do I get to my template? So once again, I can go up here to New Items, come down to More Items, and I want to choose a form. All right. When I get here, I want to go to User Templates. I've got several, as you can see. I'm going to click on the one I just made and click open. All right. Now what I want to test to see is, does everything work properly? So go to today's date. It's bold. If I hit the tab button, it should go to the next box we created. And it does. Type in the student name. That's bolded. If I hit tab again, it should go to the next box I created. And it does. This point here, you can put in the dates, whatever they are. All right. Why is this a time saver? I used the plain text box as opposed to the rich text box back in the developer. So if I go back here, if I were to use the rich text box, if I hit the tab button, it would try to tab in that box I created, which means I wouldn't jump from the control to control. I'd have to actually click. So in this case here, we're using the plain text control. This one, I can therefore jump in my email from whatever boxes I created. So if I put in all these different controls in a message, I can jump from control to control by simply hitting the tab button. Okay. So once again, that's in there. Once you complete it, you type in the address and hit send. Your template is done. All right. So the question may be, is there an easier way to get to the forms or a quicker way to get to the forms than doing the drop down from the new items going this route here? There is, as you can see here, because I do a lot of template emails, I have this choose form in my custom ribbon up top, or custom toolbar. If you add it to there the same way you sort of did with the developer tab in Microsoft Word. So you click File, go to Options. You're going to come down here to Quick Access Toolbar. It's already there for me, but what you want to do is come up here to click All Commands. You're just going to scroll down to Choose Form, which is right here. You would click Add. It's already been added, so it's already there. And then it drags over here, and you're done. Click OK, and it appears. So I guess for me, let me remove. Click OK. Notice it's now gone. So I'm now going to add it back. File, Options, Quick Access Toolbar, because we want quick access to the forms. All commands. Come down to choose. Oops, too far. To choose form. Add. Click OK. And now it's back. So that ends this tutorial for email template. Just repeat for as many templates as you want.